4 games for Michael Carrick and Manchester United and 4 wins. It's been the perfect start. He's beaten Manchester City, he's beaten Arsenal, he's beaten Fulham, and now he's beaten Tottenham as well. 4 games, 4 wins, 12 points. It has been absolutely perfect. And in doing so, he's been able to unlock Bruno Fernandes again. Fernandes has been absolutely unplayable. He's shown why he's probably the best number 10 in the Premier League right now. One of the best number 10s in the entire world. And today's game, 2-0 against Tottenham, it was a professional result. And honestly, Cristian Romero helped Manchester United today. He did no favours for Tottenham at all, getting a silly red card in the first half. And from there, it just went south for Tottenham. But honestly, United have everything to be happy about. And they're catching up with Aston Villa. They're not just even fighting for a top 4 spot. They're actually catching up with Aston Villa. But let's talk about how this game went. So first and foremost, the red card. We have to talk about this red card. Very, very silly. Very unnecessary. I saw the tackle and I wasn't sure entirely what happened until I saw the replays. And there's absolutely no reason why you should not give a red card for that. Like, it was a silly red card. He had no arguments as well. He just went off the pitch knowing fully well what he had done. Very, very, very unnecessary card. Very unnecessary tackle. And he spoils the game for Tottenham in this game. I thought it could have been a tough game regardless. I think United were playing well. And after that, I really did think that it was going to be advantage. It was not going to be so much of an advantage to Manchester United, because I know that Manchester United like to attack through counter attacks, and if Tottenham had one man down, they were probably going to defend a lot more. But I mean, literally seconds or minutes after the red card, United got a goal straight from a set piece, and it was beautifully worked. Something that he must have planned on the training ground. Like, it was well taken. You could just see the communication between Maguire, Mainu, and Buemo as well. All the players who were very much involved in that goal, you could just tell that they knew exactly what they were doing, and it was executed perfectly. Yes, it was not the best shot, but it went in, and that's what's important, and they were 1-0 up. Now, from this point, I actually thought that it was not going to be as much of as an advantage for Manchester United as I thought it was going to be, because I felt like Manchester United would like to counter a lot, and the fact that they had scored a goal, it was now left for them to hold the ball a bit more. So I think at that point, they really had nothing to lose, or they had everything to gain, because they were 1-0 up, 1 man up at home. It was like everything was just perfect for them. They had started the exact way they wanted to do it. And it made a tactical shift because, I mean, Tottenham couldn't play the game they wanted to play. They had to take off one of their players as well. And from there, I think it just went south. But really and truly, you have to say that this was a good one. Now, let's talk about that goal again, because I mean, it takes a lot for you to finally make a decision to do a set piece like that, because it was just absolutely brilliant. And you have to say that everything Michael Carrick is doing, everything the coaching staff is doing, everything Manchester United are doing right now just seems to be working exactly the way they want it to work. So, positive stuff. I will have to say that during the second half, I felt like the game was not as good for Manchester United. They just looked like they were not being very clinical. It's like every single shot they had went straight to Vicario. So Vicario was having a game where he was making so many saves, and he looked like he was Superman for Tottenham. And honestly, I just feel like it was one of those ones where, you know, United could really have put Tottenham to the sword, but they just didn't do that. There should have been a penalty, in my opinion, because Van de Ven held back Maguire. Like, he wasn't even looking at the ball. He just wanted to stop Maguire. And I thought, how's that not being checked? Yes, there was not a lot of contact, but the intent there was, for me, it was enough for a penalty. But, you know, it's what it is. United are not complaining at the end of the day. They've gotten a 2-0 win. But like I said, throughout the rest of the game, it just felt like United were not really pushing, and they were not doing what they needed to do to get a proper, the extra advantage, score an extra goal. So I think it's something that United still need to work on. Yeah, clearly that they're not perfect yet. There's a lot still to improve. But like I said, 4 games, 4 wins. There's not a lot to complain about in general. And now we have to talk about Bruno Fernandes, because he scored the second goal, the goal that sealed it all for Manchester United. Now, from my checks, right, before this game, Bruno had an assist against Manchester City, had an assist against Arsenal, had 2 assists in his last game as well, and now he's gotten a goal. So that's 4 assists and 1 goal in his last 4 games. In all the 4 games he has played under Michael Carrick. Honestly, like, what more can you say? I don't understand how on God's green earth Ruben Amorim saw a player like Bruno Fernandes and decided not to play him as a number 10. I understand that the formation does not really let Manchester United have a proper 10, but the formation was not necessarily working. Manchester United were not winning a lot of games. They were struggling. They never got to a point where they won 4 games in a row. So clearly a lot of things were not working. I understand that he was trying to build something for the future, but for me, I'll always say it. In football, the most important thing is getting a result. After the result, it's about seeing the performance. So if you have a good result and a good performance, that's perfect. But Manchester United under Amorim were not getting good results. They were also not having good performances. And most of all, they were forcing Bruno Fernandes to play in a deeper role, which was not as comfortable. Yes, he was still getting some assists here and there, but he was not as efficient as he is right now. He has been absolutely perfect. He has the most assists in the league right now. He was not even close to that at some point this season, but now he has the most assists in the league. He also has a goal now. So 5 goal contributions in 4 games for Michael Carrick. Like, what more can you ask for the man? Like, Manchester United are on a roll. 4 games, 4 wins. And guess what? Their next game is against a struggling West Ham. West Ham are currently 18th. And it looks like United Strand, you've got to visit your barber very soon, because it's 4 wins on the bounce now. And the next game is against West Ham. And I think West Ham, it could be a tough game, to be fair. Like, West Ham gave Chelsea a really, really good run for their money. But I still do think that Manchester United are good enough to beat West Ham. There's no reason why they should not be beating West Ham. And then at the end of the game, I mean, United had the chance to make it 3-0. And Šeško had a really, really poor finish. But it's forgivable because they were already 2-0 up. It was not that important to get a third goal. But it would have been nice. Like, it would have been very nice to get a third goal, because that would have been another assist from Bruno. So Bruno was probably very pissed about it, because, I mean, he's done everything he needs to do to get a goal and assist in this game. And unfortunately, he was unable to get that assist because of a really poor finish. But now the question now is, 4 wins from 4. Better football, better passing, better play. The vibes are right. Everybody seems to be happy at Manchester United. The players are playing better than they've ever played before. I mean, Manchester United have the players. They've always been very good. Michael Carrick seems to be getting everything spot on for Manchester United right now. So the question now is, could he be the next full-time manager of this club? For me, I don't think it's time to give a proper judgment yet. It's just been 4 games. And I know the question is always going to be there. Is Carrick the guy? Is he the one? 4 games, 4 wins. Everything is perfect. Nothing is going wrong. Yes, they've had 1 or 2 blips here and there. But I don't think they've been perfect. I think they still have a lot of aspects of their game to change. I think their midfield still needs a bit of work. But honestly, like, in terms of the counters, in terms of the passing, it's a lot better than it ever was before. And I mean, if you say, yeah, Carrick should be the guy, I cannot argue against it, but the only argument I have is that I think it's just too early to make a judgment. You can't say a manager should be the permanent manager after just 4 matches. You need to see him in different circumstances as well. You also have to see that Man City have not been great. Tottenham have not been great. I'm not trying to discredit the wins. I'm not trying to say that United have not done well enough, but you also have to be as objective as possible when you're trying to give a judgment about what's going to happen for the future. Like I said, City not great, Tottenham not great. Arsenal, yeah, fantastic winner. You have to say that is a good result for Manchester United. So that you have to give them credit for. But the Fulham game as well was not perfect, because they literally went from 2-0 up to 2-2 in the space of 6 minutes. So it hasn't been perfect for United, and there's still a lot to improve on. But I do think they're treading in the right direction. Carrick seems to know what he's doing. He seems to be playing well and gelling well with the players, and the players seem to be understanding his framework and his identity and the mindset that he has for them. And Manchester United are looking like the Manchester United of old. I know it's still just 4 games, so let's not jump into conclusions. But if you're a United fan, let me know what you think. Do you think it's time for Carrick to be given the permanent job? Or do you think there's still more time? And if you don't want him to get the job, who do you think will be a good manager for Manchester United? Or who do you think realistically could be the next manager of Manchester United? Let me know in the comments. Full transparency, I've had to redo this video so many times because I've been spilling my lines and making mistakes, and it's quite hot. But I was able to get this one because I said I have to finish this video. But I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm going to watch Chelsea now. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share with a friend, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this game. Let me know what you guys think about the content as well. I'm always listening to see what I can improve on. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.